Today we're doing a very simple throwback project using a Dollar Tree chopping mat. Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. This might just help you with your 2025 organization. Stay tuned. Welcome to my channel, friends. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for giving me a portion of your very busy day. I truly appreciate it. Today's not going to be a very long video. We're actually going to revisit a project that I did a few years ago. So I thought I would revisit it because we have so many newbies. You might not have had a chance to see this, and this might help you with your organization in 2025. So I am going to flip to my overhead camera to give you a look at what I'm talking about. But y'all know what time it is. It's time to make it. All right, so here's the product that we're working with today. It is a flexible cutting mat, and I get these from Dollar Tree. You get 2 in a pack for $1.25. So it's a great value for the money. But before I show you what we're making, I want to share with you some beautiful crinkle seam binding that I got from My Scrap Cabin Shop. Erin sent this to me. I was so delighted when I went to the mail and I had a package. I wasn't expecting a package. So anytime you get something like this and you're not expecting it, it is really a nice little surprise and a treat. So this is called the Northern Lights Bundle Set, and you get 12 Aurora Borealis inspired seam binding bundles in this set. But I'm not going to take them out, but I think you can get a pretty good look at these. And if you're new to my channel and you have not purchased from My Scrap Cabin Shop, she specializes in crinkle seam binding, which I like to use sometimes in the place of ribbon or twine. It is gorgeous. The colors are always so rich and vibrant. Erin did not ask me to do this at all. She didn't even ask me to speak about this at all. I just believe in her product. I believe in her small business, and I wanted to let you guys know that I will have a link in the description box. That link is always there. We have a discount code and you get 10% off. Already incredible prices for the quality that you get. So visit My Scrap Cabin Shop, grab some of the crinkle seam binding, and then you'll have it available when we start using it in our projects the way that we're going to do today. All right, so we're going to take a chopping mat, this beautiful crinkle seam binding, and the color that I'm using today is called Skipper, and y'all, it's so rich. And then we're going to use some of the scrap paper because we're going to make some of our sweet little see-through envelopes. My envelope is approximately 6 by 11, and how you fold yours will determine the size that you end up with. And how I actually seal these, glue does not stick to these chopping mats. Tape will stick, but I didn't want to go with tape because I didn't want it to show underneath. I used 2 different things, and I ended up liking one more than the other. I used these mini brads, and then I used some of the Chicago screws, which look like this, and then on the back side you have that screwed look. Now, it turns out that I personally like this look better, even though on the back side we actually have the prongs showing for the mini brads. We can take some decorative paper and just run that along the back if we want to cover those, but I'm just going to leave mine as is. Then I use some crinkle seam binding as the closure for this. You can make several of these and put them in a holder or a container and have them available at the ready. You can put coupons in these, you can put receipts in these, you can put some scraps, you can color coordinate your scraps and put scraps in here. So this is great for the home space or the workspace. So here's how easy it is to make this. So I am just going to take my chopping mat, just like this, and I'm going to bring in one of these just as a little guide to help me make sure that I sort of stay in the same size. I'm not cutting any off. I'm not using my scoreboard. I'm not using a ruler. I am just going to go for by eyeballing. So I'm folding. Now this plastic does bend but it also wants to go back to its natural shape. So I'll show you how I'm taming this so that I can get through the project in just a minute. Now here's why I brought this one in, because I'm going to fold over here, and I want these to be about the same. So I'm just making sure that the edges match from end to end, and when they do, I'll just start pressing and pressing, and then I'll crease. So these will end up being fairly close in size. There might be just a slight difference in the size, but that's okay. So now I'm going to get all of my ends aligned, and I am going to take clips and put them on so that my plastic does not shape shift on me. Then I'm going to take this little piercer, and I'm going to pierce 3 holes on each side. So I'm going to lay it down first and pierce my first hole. You can use your hole punch for this if you want, but using those small mini brads, this actually works better for them. Then I'm going to just slide down to the bottom and pierce another hole. And then here in the middle, between the two, I will pierce my third hole. So now I'm going to go ahead and take my mini brads and just put them in, because this helps with that shape shifting. And so I'm going to put those on like that. And if you're interested in the mini brads that I'm using, if you check my Amazon storefront, it's linked in the description box. Go to the metal section of my storefront and you will find brads and mini brads. And so I have those 3 there. So now on this side, y'all, I am just going to eyeball. Now, if you want to be more precise, you can do some measuring, but I am just going to eyeball. And then I'll put one here at the bottom. And then I'll put one here in the middle. Now I'll take 3 more mini brads, put them in like this. And now I can remove these because it's not going to move. And we will turn this one around. And put it on like that. So you can see that we have our 3 brads in place. You can use tape if you want. You can use other fasteners that you might have if you want. You can probably even use little buttons to go down the side. You just have to make sure you stitch them in place because, like I said, the glue won't actually adhere to this. So now we're going to deal with the top. I am going to cut off a piece that is 2 by 10 7/8. And I'm guessing with the 2 because that's close to the size that I had on the others, and you can see that we do have a nice little fit on this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some tape to the back. And then because this is rounded on the end, I'm just going to go ahead and take my scissors, and on the part that I taped, I'm going to go ahead and round because it's just easier to do this instead of trying to add tape after you've rounded. So I am just going to peel up this tape backer because I want to place some more tape. And I am using my wide tape because I want a very good stick on this. So I am just going across and adding my tape. I'll peel away my tape backer. And now I'm going to take this and place it, but before I place it, I'm going to flip it over to the non-taped side so that I can look at where I need to do my placement, and I can see that if I place it like this, that's going to be perfect. So I did this little exercise because I want to see where I need to place it going in and coming down from the top. That's going to give me even placement on all four sides, or as close to even placement as possible. So knowing what I just saw, I am going to take this and place it like that. So now I'll use my big old spatula and just go in and making sure that I have that nice and stuck. So I'm going to put my clamps back on because now I want to punch 2 holes on this piece. So this will truly be me eyeballing, and I'm getting my hole placement, but then I will come back with my Crop-A-Dile and make those holes bigger. So hopefully you can see my hole placement right there. I'm going to bring in my Crop-A-Dile. I have the Crop-A-Dile on the 3/16 setting. You can do it on the 1/8 setting if you want, or you can use another type of hole punch. But I'm just going to punch. There's my hole. And then I'm going to punch where I had that second piercing. And then you might have a little bit of that plastic on the back. I'm just cutting that away. Now I'm going to take my crinkle seam binding and I'm going to cut off about this much. And when stretched, it's probably close to 2 feet. So I'm going to take my stylus, and from the back side, all I have to do is just punch that through and pull it, and do the same thing over here. Just punch through and pull it. And that crinkle seam binding really is pretty on this. So now I'm just going to tie myself a little bow, and this would be how I fasten my envelopes. Now I can remove my clips. And y'all, there is my nice little crinkle seam binding bow on my clear envelope. So when you're ready to use this, all you have to do is untie it, open it, and you can go on the inside like that. Then when you're ready to close it, just take that crinkle seam binding, push it back through the front, and then let's tie a little bow. So I brought all 3 back in so that you can see how well coordinated these are. You can use all types of things to decorate these. You can use all types of things to actually close these. But I think that the crinkle seam binding just adds a touch of elegance to our projects. And remember, it's the little things. So I hope that you have enjoyed this fun, quick and easy way to make see-through envelopes. These are very large. Mine are approximately 6 by 11, and I can get a lot in these envelopes. If you have enjoyed this video, and I certainly hope that you have, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, all day, every day, this is what we do, and this is how we do it. So I would love to have you subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell so that you'll know when I upload a new video. As always, my friends, please be safe, be kind, and be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.